Estonia, situated on the shore of the Gulf of Finland. We'll be giving you some live coverage from the Tundra Ice Hall today in the women's draw. Number 8, Switzerland facing off against undefeated Canada. Switzerland at 5 wins, Canada at 7. My name is Sander Ulvug. I'm joined by the lovely Alison Kremiasek, and we're going to take a look at the standings before we head into the game.
Absolutely. So, as you can see here, we have Canada in the lead at 7-0 and has officially qualified for the playoffs. Scotland and Switzerland at 5-2. Korea, Sweden, and the US all tied up at 4-3. The Sweden and US currently playing off in this draw, so that will drop one of them down in the standings. Russia hangs on at 3-4, England at 2-5, Estonia at 1-6, and the Czech Republic is still looking for their first win.
For Switzerland today, at lead Elena Stern, second Rahel Thoma, third and skip Lisa Gisler, and throwing the fourth rocks is Briar Hurleman. Alternate Rafaela Kaiser, and team coaches Rolf Hösli.
And for Team Canada, at lead we have Jessica Iles. At second we have Holly Jameson. Third, Danielle Schmeeman. At skip, we've got Kelsey Rock, the alternate being Kristen Streifel, and the coach, Amanda Dawn Coder.
So there you have it. That's the players we'll be seeing for the next few hours. Hoping for a close-fought game, of course. We had some good game on our live coverage the last couple of days. You'll see Switzerland throwing the red stones for this game, Canada the yellow, with Canada outdrawing Switzerland for the last stone advantage, meaning Switzerland will start. 10-end game.
Should be a fantastic game. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah, we're hoping maybe the Swiss can give the Canadians a battle. They've been cruising so far.
This is an important win for the Swiss team. Currently, like we said, at 5-2, so it's looking a little bit tight in the standings. Of course, with one other draw after this, just about anything can happen.
Elena Stern at lead. We'll throw this rock to the rings, I believe. We might see the Swiss team playing a little bit cautious. It's very often when you meet the big bad wolf of the competition,
yeah,
you might be just
a little scared.
Yeah.
Play it a little cautious.
Just build some confidence. Oh, now this one slipping all the way through, actually. You'll probably see Canada throw the corner guard. No, well, we're going to see them play it a little bit safe, Canada too. We saw this the last time we had Canada on our live coverage. They weren't too aggressive in the first end, even when their opponent was handing them a good chance of putting some pressure on them. They just like to keep it a little bit simple. Jessica Iles at lead for the Canadians.
Line's good. I think we're there. Wade's there. It's running right now. T-line. Okay, there it goes.
So instead of throwing the corner guard, which you might see some teams do,
Nice throw, Jess.
I'll see them just throw this one into the house. So Canada might just be looking for a blank end, really.
Yep. Control the even ends.
Yeah, it might be that. Very committed to the scoreboard.
Yeah, or just playing it safe and hitting up and down the sheet, getting to know the ice a little bit better, get a nicer ice map, both for the sweepers and for the line callers. So important as a brusher to know exactly where you've thrown so far in the early ends, so that if you do have to make an important draw, you know that you have thrown in this specific spot, and you know, it might not be as fresh, so don't need to add that extra weight to it. It's really, really important to keep a visual on that.
Here is Rahel Thoma, second for Switzerland. Canada just winning the last one advantage for the third time this week in 7 games. So they haven't been dominant.
No.
But they have been winning all their games anyway. Switzerland has grabbed 4 hammers so far. And their record without hammer is 2 wins, 1 loss. Holly Jamieson, second player for Canada, just looking for the hit. And stick.
Yes!
Actually, Team Russia has 1 hammer in all 7 games.
Wow.
Okay, Jess, that's fine.
I'm not sure. Did they win the hammer this time though?
They did.
They did. That's
That's really impressive.
pretty impressive. That could be a big thing.
Yep. Definitely gives you an advantage.
And especially the last on draw will be added up.
Yep.
And that average can actually secure you a tiebreaker game.
Yep.
New rules for this season. You might actually lose out on tiebreakers. Oh,
Yeah.
on T-draws. I saw Russia, the men's Russian team, at the European Championships in November. I think it was the first team to go out on a T-draw.
Wow.
We had 3 teams tied for the last spot, and they had the worst T-draw, so they were put out, and the 2 other teams played off for the spot. It's the Czech Republic playing Norway instead.
Well, it does make sense to eliminate loads of tiebreakers. And for the teams, it gives you, I mean, not that you are kind of playing it easy for the last stone draw, but it gives you real that added incentive to bring it as far to the pin as possible. Because maybe you see your opponents and they only draw to the 12 foot and you're thinking, I can just kind of, as long as we get in the 8 foot, don't need to bring it any further, it's fine. But it makes every shot important.
Here's Lisa Gisler, skipping third for Switzerland. We're also seeing teams throwing 2 last stones before every game, and every player having to throw 2 stones on the in turn and out turn over the week as a minimum.
Yep.
So 2 of the players will have to throw 3 in turns and out turns to make it even as we play 9 round robin games.
Generally, you'll see the skipper take that position, throw a little bit more draws.
Yeah, we didn't do that at
No.
uni games because we played.
Okay.
Our guys played 3 each, and then we realized we needed to switch it up.
Okay.
Actually, if you make a mistake and throw too many,
Forfeit.
the draw is going to be a max score of 185.4.
Yep.
So I got to be a little careful.
That's a big score.
But it's there's 2 opinions on it. Some don't like the new tiebreaker system, but I quite like it.
I like it too.
If you don't win enough games, you're not in the playoffs. It's it's as easy as that, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
you control your own destiny.
Yeah, and
which I think is important.
And with the new last stone system, it's really just a part of the game now.
Yeah.
And just as important as winning games,
Yep.
making those T-draws.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree.
You see teams lose out on a lot smaller things than that in other sports.
Yep.
So why not in curling? Still just trading places here, Canada and Switzerland. Danielle Schmiemann maybe just a little bit tight on the brush here.
Holy man, you guys got that up.
But Kelsey Rock just saying, oh boy, you sweepers. Really kept the line on that one.
Yeah. Sounds like they really saved her bacon.
We'll have our first look at Briar Hurliman, daughter of Patrick Hurliman, who won the gold medal at the '98 Olympics in Nagano, Japan. I believe he beat Mike Harris from Canada in the final, while Norwegian Eigil Ramsfjell took the bronze. It was the first official curling Olympics, although in 2006 the 1924 Olympics in Chamonix, France was after a bit of a kind of a court settlement or something. They decided that the 1924 would stand as an official curling Olympics, which would technically make that the first one. Only there was only 3 teams that participated in the 1924 curling Olympics.
1924?
Yep. Great Britain, Sweden, and France.
Wow. I learned so much with having you beside me.
Kelsey Rock for Canada. The open hit. You know, actually,
No, it's falling.
one of the guys on the Great Britain team got both the gold and silver medal at that Olympics, because Sweden borrowed him to play the silver game against France.
Okay.
And I would say
Borrowed
he's
him.
probably one of very few, if maybe not only, the person to have scored 2 medals for 2 different nations at the same Olympics.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that today. I think you'd have major controversy.
So maybe Briar here looking to follow her father's footsteps.
Yep.
Trying to get to the Olympics, maybe already in 2018, Pyeongchang.
Every athlete's dream.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's a nice step to get to the World Juniors, though.
Yeah. And they're doing fantastic so far.
Okay.
That side really doesn't seem to curl that much. Danielle's really floating out with the sweeping, and Kelsey's first one just, she had said it was falling out as well, so no curl going on right now on that side, at least with the higher weight shots, but that draw, I believe she gave middle of 8 for, so really not a lot.
Clean. Yep. Hard. Clean.
Great shot by Kelsey to blank the end here in the first. So Canada will retain hammer in the second end.
Kelsey Rock,
Okay, get in.
of course,
one
kind of a
corner.
known surname that too in the curling world.
Yes,
Marcel Rock being
Whatever.
cousin.
cousin,
Yeah,
throwing lead rocks for Andy Furby for many years.
and a
4-time Briar champion.
the most passionate sweeping coach I've ever worked with. He's a
Yeah, needs to score.
fantastic coach. Like, really, really good.
I was lucky enough to be able to talk to him a lot last
Yeah.
season when I made my trip to Canada. He was also at the Olympics coaching Team China.
Yes, he was.
Really fun guy.
China having an excellent run at the Olympics as well.
Quite the animated guy.
He's very passionate.
Yep.
Very, very passionate about what he does.
Well, he was maybe him and Scott Pfeiffer, front end for Andy Farby, was maybe best sweepers in the game.
His philosophy is if you're not out of breath and gasping for air after you get up from sweeping, you didn't do a good enough job. You need to work harder. And I think that if that's the way that sweeping progresses and gets to, then I think that our sport is going to be quite a dominant, tough one to keep up with.
Well, just remember the brushes they were sweeping with too. The old brownie brushes, quite heavy stuff. And quite, the brush pad's not as nice as we have today. There's been some development in there.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's picked up one of those lately, but they are not light. I remember having one when I was in Little Rocks. I think we used them at the beginning of our bantam career too, until the carbon fiber really took off. It just makes such a difference too. You're able to get in so many more strokes than you were in the past.
We're getting some stones in play here, Alison.
Yeah, we've got a nice first corner guard by Canada and two great shots here by Switzerland, forcing Canada to try in the hit and roll now.
Kind of a far roll, but main thing here is just to move the reds a little bit and try and stick around.
Yes! Whoa! Yeah! Yeah! Don't roll, Holly. Okay, that's fine, Josh.
Just going to roll out, and if Switzerland wants to, they can just take off the corner guard. And
I think we may see that. Yeah.
Yeah, no need to play around. And that's why it's so important for Canada to keep the shooter in play.
Yeah. Bit of a miss there.
I would usually always play those a little safe. But
Play the down weight.
yeah, just error on the nose hit side rather than rolling out. But of course, going aggressive for the roll, good too.
And being the first end going that way. Maybe a little bit unsure of what the path's going to do. So a bit of a learning curve.
It's all about patience though. No need to panic.
Nope.
We have last stone. 9 ends to go. But Canada's going to try and force the issue a wee bit here, putting up the corner guard. Hope for a miss. You might see this a few times, and if Canada doesn't get that mistake from Switzerland, they'll probably make the hit on the red stone in the house, and we might just get another blank.
Oh, easy, easy. Good, Holly.
I've seen that a few times this week.
Yep.
Make a place to the house and you roll out. The end's kind of over.
Yeah. Yep.
Rahel Toma for Switzerland with the intern peel. Great sweeping action from Bar Parliament.
Yeah.
No wonder she's not skipping, just throwing forth rocks.
And she will just get a nice little spin in. Of course, if that did stop short of the rings, then we would have seen Canada perhaps try and draw around it, maybe, unless they felt more comfortable with just the hit. But I think we might have seen a come around. still early in the end.
Medium.
Well, now kind of thinking, well, there's 2 reds in the house.
Yeah.
We don't want to put up another corner guard here because there's a better chance we'll be forced. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to play a hit on the red to keep the blank alive, but just rolling out there, leaving Switzerland with a chance to split the house. Try and sit too.
Bis Tee, wenn es geht. Und sonst ganz vorne lassen, vor der 12. Länge! Tee ist gut! Switch! Switch! Schauen! Nur Länge! Nur Tee! Wow, der sieht lang aus!
The girls telling the sweepers to switch,
Wow, gar nicht! Wow,
trying to
der
get a
ist
little bit
hinten.
more curl in the rock because it was running really straight.
Ja, nimm ihn hinten. Go, 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 go!
Yeah, not getting too much separation here, and I just trying to make the angle for the double a bit tougher. And that's going to be pretty thin, so kind of
Yeah.
probably just going to play the hit and roll here. We'll see Kelsey holding a stopwatch in her right hand, just keeping a track of the weight,
Yep.
Whoa!
checking if the girls are throwing the weight that's indicated.
Whoa! Yep, yep! Hey! Sit.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty good result. Lying right in front of the red stone in the back, so Switzerland's got to be careful here to not jam on their own in the back. So generally we'll see some players here throw what you were saying before, just being extra cautious. So we could see a hit and roll out here because that is the tolerance on the shot.
Well, it wasn't curling a lot to the wings, and sometimes that means you'll get more finish coming towards the center line. So we'll jam it, but we'll get rid of the yellow. So that's a pretty decent result.
Yep.
But
Just two lines.
well, bit of a change up here.
Okay.
Looking for a freeze now. I was thinking maybe just play the hit on the red and blanket,
Yeah.
but I'm wanting to put a little bit of pressure on the Swiss.
Line's good. Little tight.
Gonna have to make a pretty good freeze
Line's
for
good. Line's good.
them not to just blast it out.
Yeah.
You know, if there was 2 reds in the house, this call would make a bit more sense, but
No.
I don't know if it's worth the risk here. You missed this one. The Swiss can lie 2 again. Saying that though, looking pretty good.
Line.
But Switzerland will get a chance to lie 2.
Yeah, she had great weight on that. It just needed to curl a teensy bit more.
It seemed like a weird call for me, kind of.
Yeah, I would have thought just the open hit since we are quite late in the end, but guess they thought it was worth a try, and this way, with this shot here, I mean, Switzerland's going to leave a double of some sort, so it does give them the option to bail out on Kelsey's first now.
This one curling hard on the Swiss.
Go, go, go!
And that's just enough to
Wow.
keep 2 reds in the house. Great sweeping action to hold the line.
Yeah, great job by the sweepers. They were on that right out of her hand.
It's good to see them use the sweepers too, though. Just taking the minimum of ice.
Maybe a bit scary.
Sounded a bit scary anyway.
Yeah.
Came off a bit better than what I thought it was going to do.
Yep. So as I said before about leaving a double, she doesn't actually do that. So they're just going to try the hit and flop right over top to try and force a miss now on her next shot.
Yeah, I got a really pretty good result with the nose hit and just tackled the yellow, the red to the wing.
Yeah.
Close, yep.
Kelsey's going to have to make a really good hit and flop here.
Whoa, 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 off. Yep, hard just.
That is pretty good, but should have rolled maybe a foot more.
Yeah. I think she was worried she'd roll too far, in which case we would have just seen Switzerland draw to the opposite end of the house for their 2, leaving Canada with the draw for 1, but played it a little cautious. Better to stick there than to roll out, so.
Does lead the same shot for Breyer though.
Yep.
Should be pretty close with this one. Seem to run pretty straight down this line. Keeping, in fact, the sweepers kind of held it. And this one, Breyer's maybe just been slightly more active on her release, and she will roll out, so that's a bit of a missed opportunity. If she stayed around there, we'd probably have forced Canada to take their 1. Now Kelsey Rock will have the chance to blank.
It should fall a little here too. Yeah.
Canada fans in the stands.
That's a great hat.
That is.
Yep, queen, yep. Yep, hard.
Last stone of the second end here, just looking for another blank.
Hard, redo.
No problems there. So still no score after 2 ends, and you know we've seen this a couple of times this week. I wouldn't say it's
Good call.
Abnormal? Is that the word
No.
you're looking for? No?
I wouldn't say it's an indication of the game
Wow.
being this way throughout.
No.
We've seen a lot of games
Just
open
the
up.
beginning.
Yeah, as soon as we get a point up on that scoreboard, things tend to open up a lot.
Yeah.
So
Okay, let's go, guys. Try again.
still confident we'll see some great ends.
I think so.
It's just that typical
Okay.
cautious
If they
opening.
come in, I guess we hit then.
Okay.
I don't mind 1.
Yeah, that's true. I don't mind 1 either. Yeah, just soft. Like if we blanket, then blanket.
Not too much going on around us. Pretty simple ends, it looks like, for the other games as well. The US taking a 1 over Sweden in the first end. Scotland taking 1 over Korea in the first end. Estonia and England tied up with no points yet. And Russia and the Czech Republic are tied at 1-1 going into the 3rd. So still very tight matches across the board.
Switzerland will draw to the forfeit again.
Great weight.
Yep, it's a really nice zone placement. And they're just telling Canada that, you know, if you want to score here, you're going to have to put up the corner guard. And Canada's response is, yes, we will. We don't want to play around too much here. Want to get things going.
Yep.
Especially when you're undefeated, you should have enough confidence to put some pressure on your opponent. And even if you should drop a game, you're still looking pretty good for a 1-2 game.
And this looks like it's in the house.
14-9.
So
Yeah, make it good.
not the
All right, Jess.
the start of the end that you're hoping for.
Yeah, not the start we were hoping for either. This could
No.
very well mean that they might play a bit of an open end again.
Yeah.
We'll see if Kelsey Rock feels like bailing out early now, or if she wants to throw up another corner guard.
Try again in 4.
And with that roll to the forfeit, I don't think Kelsey's going to leave those around. Nope. Going to play the double. Just a bit too risky, leaving 2 stones in the forfeit. So even though I mentioned Russia winning all their last stone draws, all the hammers, they're not the team that has the best last stone draw average, actually. Sweden is topping that stat with an average of 26 centimeters. Korea also at 26, just a few decimals behind. Russia in 3rd place with 27, and then there's a bit of a leap down to Scotland at 42, along with Switzerland at 42. This can make a difference after we played all our draws.
Yep. Okay. And the hit and roll out there. So we're just going to see a hit and stay. They're not going to play around with the freeze.
Easy down.
Holly Jameson playing 88% after 2 ends.
I'm sure you'll see Canada force try and go for their 2 a bit harder next end. Just get that corner guard in play. We've seen them score 2 points or more with hammer very often. Their hammer efficiency is the best so far this week. Of course, being undefeated, that makes sense.
Yep.
57% hammer efficiency, meaning for every 10 ends they play with hammer, they score about six times 2 points or more. Which is very good. It's way better than the rest of the field. They're also the team that's stolen the most ends this week. 13 steals and 23 points stolen.
Well,
it's pretty decent.
I'd say so.
We had a few landslide wins.
Yep.
This week also Canada.
Yep.
Yes!
They actually played the least amount of ends, 58.
Clean.
Ending a few games early.
Not too bad for the sweepers. It's nice to get off the ice a little bit early, give your body a little bit of a break. It's a long week, both mentally and physically. With a bit of the roll out there, that does give Swiss team an opportunity to draw. Practice their draw weight.
Lang. Gar nicht, gar nicht. Nehmen wir noch ein bisschen. Gut so.
Nice hit and stay by Danielle.
So we're down to Briar Hurleman again. Most experienced player on this team. It's her 4th World Junior Championship. With best effort being last year. Lost a tiebreaker to Sweden, placing them 5th in Flims, in their home country last year. Did play Kelsey Rock, lost in the round robin.
So looking for a little redemption here, perhaps?
I would think so. Rahel Toma also on that team. And Elena Stern was the alternate.
Ja. Queen.
Kelsey just looking for the hit and stay.
Oh. Yep. Oh. Yes. Yes. Queen. Queen. Good.
Nice use of control weight here. Since that side is so straight, there's no point in throwing up weight at it.
Switzerland has played Canada a total of 33 times in the World Junior Championships history on the in the women's competition. And out of 33 games, Canada's won 26.
Wow, that's quite a bit.
Yeah, they played
It's more than I thought it would be. Two huge curling countries.
Yeah, I think they've pretty much represented every year since the start in 1988, which Switzerland and Canada actually played the final, the very first World Juniors for the women. Julie Sutton winning over Marianne Amstutz in a 7-shots-to-6 game. Might get a replay this year.
Yep. Canada also played for the women against the Swiss last year.
Women's Worlds?
Yep.
And who won that, Alison?
The Swiss. Came up a little short. And Swiss definitely taking that one over, so
Yep, right up, clean.
nothing you can do about it.
Yep.
Silver medal's still pretty darn good. Kelsey getting the hit and roll out. So another blank goes on the board.
Guys, I think this is a
Indeed.
record for me. I made 3 blanks in a row. I'm bound to nose one. Like,
Don't say that.
I think she just jinxed herself.
Okay. Okay.
yeah, sorry on that guard. That was real.
Yeah, that's a problem when you
It's okay.
play the blanks. You just for every end, you're sitting in the hack for that last draw,
Yeah.
and you're just more adding up the pressure.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna make another one? And Kelsey just saying this might be the record for her, blanking 3 hits in a row.
Well, she did throw that side before, so she did know it quite well.
Yep. It's almost like a mental thing, though.
Yeah.
At least if you get the thought, it's kind of too late already.
Yeah.
And it might just
I was
disturb
gonna say,
you.
she should really try to push that out of her thought process.
It's usually a pretty simple shot, but sometimes you overthink the blank. Either you think, gotta make sure to hit the rock.
Yes.
And play the nose, or can't play the nose hit. You flick it out and you
the
flash.
nose, yeah, the nose, yeah, either the flash or the nose. And the third would not be the best of results. So Canada retaining hammer again in the 4th end now. You'll see another corner guard going up. Jessica, probably the back of her mind, trying to make sure that she does sit short of the rings.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Little down. Hard, guys.
Sweeper's liking it so far.
Hard, guys. Right back. Halfway. Hard. Hard. Really hard. Go, 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 go. Hard. A little deeper. Hard. Good sweep, guys.
That's good, Jess.
17-3.
Briar Hurliman, actually the most winning female player for Switzerland at the World Juniors, with 19 wins to her record. So quite impressive.
Wow.
The more games and no names as Carmen Schaefer, Michelle Yagi,
Yep.
Janine Viss.
Silvana Terenzoni.
Yep.
Some familiar names.
So it'll be interesting to see if she can make the step up to the women's play.
Yeah. They have some tough competition in that country, that's for sure.
If I'm not mistaken, this will be Briar's last year at the juniors.
So making the step up very soon.
I still haven't medaled, so of course, being the last year, that'd certainly be the goal.
Yeah, really gunning for it.
So now definitely getting some stones in play here. Perfect lead set up so far.
This looks quite good. Coming around the guard quite nicely.
You know, that's 4 just excellent throws to start off this end.
Absolutely.
Can't find a better start to the end.
Nope.
14 and a half.
Switzerland might be able to see a tiny bit of this rock. But no, that's not much.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That is
Definitely not with the curl that we've been seeing this week, I don't think. Then again, you could throw a hack at it, and if you take the guard and roll in, or take the guard and continue to guard yours, that's on the button right now. Not a bad result.
sometimes might be a little unlucky though.
Yes.
You can feather the corner here and then
Yeah.
maybe redirect onto your center guard and open things up. So gotta make sure that if you take the guard, you want to crash on it completely. Catch a good quarter, which I think they will. And they'll roll towards the center line. So it didn't really move the corner guard too far over, but
Pretty good result though.
yeah.
That's your tolerance for that shot, so. She missed the right way.
I think it was just like easy. We played. You guys like that? Yeah? Just easy.
I think Kelsey Rock might be calling the hit and roll off the center guard. Doesn't want to leave too many reds up front. So hit this center rock, try and open up the path to the shot.
Easy.
And if you can roll this in front of your own yellow, it'll be real good.
Whoa. Close. No. Yep. Yep.
That is really good play.
Yeah, really nice shot.
Doesn't quite cover the yellow, but
She does open up that red in the center and roll to a corner. That's a really nice shot. Exactly what Skipper was asking for.
there's nice wave control too there, just keeping the down weight, allowing the sweepers to hold the line. Now Switzerland looking for the slash double from Rahel Toma. We'll stuff it.
Good top. Okay.
Leaves a red in play. But fairly big gap for Canada.
Yeah. So we're going to see Canada try the hit and roll, get it off the center.
Looking to check to the left as we see it. Get some separation.
Yep.
Easy. No, gotta cross.
Yeah, other way, hard.
Changing up the call. But ending up right in between shots. Leaving the same shot for Switzerland. Make a hit and roll.
Oh, just selfie. Yeah.
Here is Breyer holding the brush for her skip.
Whoa. Tap. Tap.
Bit of a miss there. Just a little tight out of her hand. Skipper calling her on right from the beginning. So Canada will have the opportunity to draw around this guard. Not bringing it too deep though. I think just keeping it even with the other one at about a top 8 should be perfect. With hammer, you don't want to cut down your scoring area, so just keeping it high.
Line's good. Room. Way out there. Back here, guys. We're not curling at all. Yo. Hard. Hard. Get it in. Go, 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 go hard. Good brush, guys.
That is
Yeah. 14.
a good brush from the Canadians. To be able to bring the yellow one into the house. Still line 2.
Yeah, important to get it in.
Lisa Gessler here, youth Olympic champion for Switzerland. playing with Michael Brunner and also Romano Meyer, which is here this week, playing with Yannick Schwaller. So, and also Elena Stern on that team. So 3 Youth Olympic gold medalists in this competition this week.
Canada throwing about a control weight.
Whoa, no. No. Sit. Okay, that's fine.
I think we'll see Switzerland try for a double here. Perhaps. Unless they just want to come through that port and try the hit and roll under. Which they will. Oh, that's a lot more open than I thought it was. I was going to say, that looks really tight. So a small flop under here is what they're looking for. Nice shot. A Swiss skip. Doesn't get the roll under, but I'd say that's a pretty darn good result. Still tucks a tiny piece behind their yellow, so Canada's got to be careful here. In order for them to keep the deuce alive, they've got to make sure they hit and stay in the rings, but also have to come through that port. So tricky shot.
Maybe second prize. Spinning in behind the guard.
That was good weight, 11-8.
Spun back up.
Yeah, still that port there, so.
That's gross.
That's okay. You threw it okay.
Threw it okay.
Yeah.
Just really rare and snapping.
That was good weight.
Does look a touch straighter here today.
Get out of my hand.
Rolled to a not bad spot.
Yeah, I kind of got lucky.
So
I thought we hit it just enough to like
Yeah.
connect onto it to just.
Oh, I know.
Still
We just
tough shot to be played here. Can't see too much of the yellow.
like we took middle of rock and we still touched it.
Get through the hole here, you're pretty much on the yellow.
mm-hmm.
This side's going. Like,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
your easy weight line.
Yeah.
Played our first Worlds in 2011 by Hurleyman. Alina Patz was the 5th man back then. She's going to be representing Switzerland at the Worlds this year, World Women's in Sapporo. Ah, that's a good shot. Wow. So tight to the guard. Even sticks around and
Rolls behind that guard, I think.
Yeah.
Wow, great shot.
it's going to force Kelsey to maybe play a draw here. And with 2 reds on each side of the center line is going to make that pretty difficult, and I wonder if they're looking to play a hit instead here.
Hit and roll?
Could be.
I think.
Or is that ice for the draw?
Well, it's the same ice they were taking for their draw path, so. But then again, it looks kind of tight with that. I think they're throwing the they're throwing the hit and roll here.
Yeah, not liking to go too wide with the draw.
Yeah,
bit of a guess for weight.
Yeah, way too tight of ice if they were looking to. That would be all over the guard.
Could throw this with some weight. Could roll into the other red. Just make sure you're not rolling over the top, which would be pretty hard to do, I guess. Gonna have to go for the roll here though. To the forfeit, score the 1. Catching some curl now. Can they hold it? Yes, they can. That's a really good shot by Kelsey Rock.
Great shot.
So we do get a score here in the 4th end.
No, I figured better down than up. Yeah.
Canada 1 up. Switzerland will now get the last stone.
Yeah. Just have to watch that. It's not curling as much this way. Like your guards are really going there, but
On the in turn, but the out turn didn't go whatsoever.
yeah. Okay. Minus. So top 4. Okay. Let's go, guys.
Good conversation. Talking about the ice map, where they want the rocks and what the end goal is. Really good scrum there.
Top 4. Hard, guys. Let's down. Top 8. Hard.
Jessica Isles
Right back.
from the Pass, Manitoba.
Hard.
A tiny town of
Good speed, guys.
population of 5,500.
I'd say that's tiny. Nice and quaint.
A tourist paradise. It says on their welcome sign in the pass.
Okay.
I'm guessing you've never been?
I have never been, no. Curling takes you to lots of places, but La Pass, or The Pass, what is it?
La Pass would
The
be
Pass.
the French pronunciation.
Yes,
Or
but it's not Le. It's
The Pass.
The Pass, okay.
It's known as the gateway to the north.
Okay, I have never been there, but I will take their word from it, that it is beautiful.
But right now, Jessica Isles does live in Edmonton, Alberta. And I do believe they all curl out of the Saville Community Sports Centre.
Yes, there are a lot of
We're just tight.
fantastic athletes
Halfway tight.
train and come out
Tight.
of.
We're just tight.
Is that sort of a high performance centre?
Yeah, so lots of athletes tend to go out to Edmonton and do their training there because the facility is fantastic and the opportunity to curl basically all year round. That's a pretty great opportunity.
You'll have a fitness centre there
Yep.
as well.
Fitness center. I believe a lot of the athletes actually work in the fitness center there at the Saville Center. It's quite the big complex.
Switzerland looking for the hit and roll, and they will.
Might roll a touch too far, but great shot to take it away from the center line.
Yeah, much rather rolling too far there, because you know, if Canada can't make that roll back. So you're left with that draw around the corner. So that's a pretty good result. Might see enough of the inside for them to make the roll up. Holly Jameson staying out wide at the moment. And it's just going to be a nose hit, so I'd very much want to see Switzerland maybe just draw around here rather than play the hit and roll, but I think that's what they're going for, still being a tiny bit cautious.
Yep.
Maybe keeping in mind that it's the 5th end and a blank could be an option.
Yep.
But generally harder making these hit and rolls than the draws though.
Yeah. It's all about scoreboard management. Nice shot. So just rolling over in the open, but only about a quarter of a rock. So tough shot for Switzerland to get at, but yeah, it almost looks like the run's the easier shot here, but it's thrower dependent. Whatever they can visualize is the shot for them. And we'll go with the run.
Whoa. Weer knap. Whoa, whoa. Okay, okay.
That doesn't quite make that shot. Rahel Toma, 19-year-old bricklayer, actually.
And now we've got the third, Danielle Schmiemann, who actually skipped her own team in the 2013 Optimist International U18s, getting a silver medal there.
What kind of competition is that?
Well, we played it back in, what year was that?
The 1990s?
Come on. That's just cruel. I want to say 07? I feel like,
15.
oh man, Emma would be the best person to ask these kinds of questions because her memory, just like yours, is impeccable.
That would be Emma
I just kind of-
Miskew.
Yes. I basically my role in the team was to show up when people tell me to go places. Everyone
Throw some rocks and sweep a little bit.
Exactly, yeah. My team kept me in check. I have a terrible memory, so that must have been pretty tricky to deal with.
Lisa Gisler facing 2 yellow Canadian rocks in the house while Allison's going to look up when she played the under 18. Makes a little hit and check, but doesn't quite roll underneath the other yellow. So Canada's going to be able to still set 2. Might look for that little roll in behind the guard.
Great shot.
Danielle Schmiemann was
Thought I shoved that one
on
way.
the first team, the first All-Star team at the Canadian Juniors this year.
Yeah, I know they kind of.
So I'm guessing that would be her out shooting all the thirds in the competition. It's a pretty nice achievement. Don't you get a kind of a trophy or something if you get on the All-Star team?
You do get for the
juniors?
For the juniors, yes, you do as well.
Not sure if you made that
I
ever.
did.
You did?
I did. Yeah. I got.
That's my girl.
Got 2 All-Star trophies for the women's
Real quick here.
in 2013 and 2014.
That's the women's.
Yes.
Yes.
And then for the juniors, I believe I got 2nd All-Star.
Not first.
Not
like
first.
Schmiemann.
No.
You know, when
She's
it
on top.
when it takes you a long time to remember, it seems like it's a long time ago.
I know. It really does. But then again, this is just me and my terrible memory. I need to keep like a diary of my life on hand.
Do you remember what happened
Allison,
earlier
you
today,
did
though?
this. Yes, I do.
A couple of hours ago?
I will not forget that.
No. Allison beating me and the curling club next door. Completely shot my confidence now as I'm having to play my nationals next week.
Mm-hmm. Well, I told you, I've still got it.
That's what I get for taking on a Scottish champion. Well, I see Kelsey Rock just coming into the 1 foot here. Maybe sliding just a foot deep. I think Briar might be able to tap the shot rock back and just maybe slide over on top of the other one. Corner frozen for shot rock. That would be the ideal thing to do. I think that's what they're looking at. Falling backline, so yeah, just a heavy draw here. Comes just to the inside of the shot rock and try and sit on the other. Briar Hurleman from Zug in Switzerland. That's a place I've been to. Really nice town located on Lake Zug. Of course, Switzerland and just a beautiful country altogether.
Oh, it's stunning.
Sweeping this one hard for line. Firstly needs to get by the guard. I'm not quite sure if they're going to make it. Getting really close, crossing the center line here. It's just going to tickle off the center guard. Rolls in for 3rd shot. But you're going to have to think that Canada might throw a guard on this. Maybe ignore the red one.
Oh, they're throwing the hit.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems pretty risk-free to throw a guard here. Or almost even a...
Well, I guess they're looking at it as a just play it safe. A force here. A force here is good.
Well, I don't know.
Getting the hammer in 6.
It's pretty hard to score 2 as it's lying now, though.
I agree. However,
throw a guard anywhere on the center line. It seems like you're stealing.
Yeah, the red to yellow combination is very, very, very flat. So the hit and roll opportunity doesn't seem there.
Of course, you're going to be lying 4 if you make it, and it's putting a bit of pressure on the Swiss. But I saw Briar Hurleman play a draw against 5 when they were playing Scotland yesterday, so she doesn't seem to be that phased when it comes to these type of situations, and she'll be left with the exact same shot she just played. I think just a nose tap on the shot rock is enough. Should be enough. Just tapping her hip here, Lisa Gisler. That would probably indicate a board weight.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
This is one of those shots where you don't want to play with too much weight. Just make sure that.
Bit of a roll and looking at a steal.
Yep. But they are playing board weight, which is at least controllable. He'll bring the sweepers into action. Just going to make sure to throw this one clean at the broom. Of course, over curling on the first attempt might tempt you to flip this one out a little bit, but this one again, a little tight for line perhaps. No, on and off. Now waiting for it to swing. Nose hit is good enough, but she's gonna roll a bit too far, just hanging on for second shot. Canada's gonna steal one in the fifth. That's a huge steal actually, because they'll be up by 2 as we enter the halftime. So couldn't quite pull that off there, Briar.
But a 2 and 6, and it's like it never happened.
That is true. So we'll be hoping for their coach and alternate to come onto the ice and have a few words to just calm the girls and say, well, there's still a pretty good chance of us turning this game around. But for now, teams are just going to have a little break, and so will we. We'll be back with the rest of the action here in the Tonjabet Ice Hall for the World Juniors. So before we get back to action here, we're gonna take a few look at the highlights. Of course, we had those first 3 blank ends, so not a lot to show for. But in the 4th, we had a really nice shot by Kelsey Rock. Played a hit and roll off the winger to score the 1 after Briar Hurleyman making a sweet shot through the port. And the 5th, Briar Hurleyman facing a bit of trouble. 4 yellows in the house, looking for a nose hit to score the single, but this one is staying slightly high and rolling off. So it's a steal, a 1 for Canada. So after 5 ends, the Canadians are up by 2. And they'll also start the 6th end, of course. And in halftime, the ice makers will come on and mop the sheet, and they also usually just splash a bit of pebble around the hack, just so it doesn't get too flat. Jessica Isles with the in-turn draw, probably just looking for the forfeit here. No need to throw a guard when you're up by 2.
Good brush. Great spot, Jess. 15-2.
Helena Stern putting up the corner guard here. Bit of a panic on the sweep, so maybe a bit light on weight, but no, easing off it. So Alison, did you figure out what this under 18 championship you played,
Well,
what it is and how it works, and did you win?
We did win. I tried my hardest to find a past championship website, but I was unsuccessful. But it was held in Calgary, so I do believe it was in 2006 that we attended. Basically, it's a fantastic opportunity for youth under the age of 18, hence the U18, to come together and play in a national, international competition to gear them up for the junior, the women's, the more progressive levels. I just remember having such an amazing time. It was the first time having an Ontario on our backs, and it was just such a cool feeling because in Canada, for the Bantam age group, there are no nationals, so it was the first time that you got that experience, and I think it was fantastic. As I said, it really gears you up for the later levels.
And that would be a type of a championship week?
Yes.
With pre-practice,
Yep.
championship ice,
Yep.
and
Yeah, exactly. So ours
round
was
robin.
held at the Calgary, I believe Calgary Curling Club, but you know, we had the fans, there was the cheering, there was the cowbells. It was really, really cool.
Speaking of cowbells,
Yeah, we've got lots of them around us right now.
yeah, it's a bit of a Swiss thing. There's 2 things the Swiss crowd is known for. It's the cowbells and their chant that goes Hopschritz,
Yep.
and they say that 3 times.
But then we've also have the Scottish fans who
Don't even get me started on them.
who have lots and lots and lots of chants.
Swedes also doing a good job.
Yeah. I got experience to one of the chants they have here. They usually sing at midsummer. And it's a bit of a frog dance. It's a little bizarre, but it's quite fun.
Holly Jameson a bit unlucky there, peeling off the corner, running her well, running the Swiss stone on, but onto her own. Now Switzerland with one red stone in the house with an opportunity to draw around. Actually, Holly's shooter ended up spinning up and to a corner guard spot. Doesn't quite get this buried, but leaves an awkward double angle.
Yeah.
Yes! Really hard! Gotta go hard! Keep going. Watch the roll. Whoa, whoa.
That's good, Holly.
Okay.
Could have been tempted to play the hit on the other red actually and rolled in behind the top red on the center line, because
I was thinking the same thing.
you know, you hit the center stone, giving Switzerland a chance to split the rings. If you hit the wide one and don't make it, you're still leaving a stone on the center line, allowing making it a bit harder for Switzerland to get separation.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I said, I don't know if I'd be hitting this one. Doesn't really get you too much.
Just like two peas in a pod.
I know. Except a big miss here. Looks a little disappointed by that one. I can totally understand why. Basically just had to be second shot, so just anywhere in the full 8 foot. So big opportunity for Canada.
Hard. Really gotta go! Hard! Hard! Hey.
Ugh. That was really ugly.
Apologizing to her sweepers. But still got the job done. So can laugh about it.
Lisa Gessler played the World Juniors 2 years ago in Sochi, also with the Briar Hurleman, of course.
Whoa.
Also played third back then, on a 3-6 record. Michelle Griebe was skipping the team 2 years ago. Doing a bit better this week. If you're just joining us, this is the World Junior Curling Championships 2015. We're in Tallin, Estonia. It's the women's draw number 8. So one more to go after this. We'll have that tomorrow morning. Canada already secured a spot in the playoffs, undefeated at 7 wins.
Those are not pretty.
That wasn't pretty.
Switzerland currently at 5 wins, 2 losses, looking pretty good. Would have loved to pick up a win here, though. It's pretty tight for the women's, actually, with 2 teams on 5 wins, 3 teams on 4. So it's fairly open still, as we see Gessler make a pretty nice roll, but kind of spins back towards the center line. So I think it's partially open for Kelsey Rock. Here we see the chant for the Swiss, Upschwitz. Some nice. It was like a quilt.
Looks like something that could keep me warm right now. Perhaps. So just to quickly again go back to the U18s. If you are looking for more information on it, about the Optimist U18 International Curling Championships, you could go to u18curling.ca and read more about it.
And that would be not only for Canadians, but international teams.
International, yeah, exactly.
Kelsey coming fairly tight to the corner guard here.
That was a close one.
Rolls to the forefoot, lies two, pretty good shot. And has rolled to a pretty decent spot, just right between the guards, making a roll fairly long for the Swiss. Right in between the guards.
Yeah, that side curls a little bit.
So Briar Hurleman's going to have to make a really good shot here to set up for her deuce, or maybe even blank. She rolls underneath the two yellows on the wing here. You might see Kelsey play the short run. 80% after 5 ends. She's made some good shots. Seems to be curling a lot. So just a nose hit for Briar. And Kelsey will be able to play that same shot and force Switzerland to take their one. Canada still has Korea to play tomorrow. Korea had 4 wins, 3 losses. And for the Swiss girls, they're going to take on USA. Yeah. They also had 4 wins, 3 losses. So, could be interesting for the Swiss girls. They drop a game here today and USA wins. They'll be tied on 5 wins before the last draw. Nice shot there by Kelsey Rock, and looks like Briar's going to play the nosette herself for the single. Has listed her dad, Patrick Hurleman, as one of her sports idols, which is nice.
Yeah, I think I'd be listing my dad too.
Along with John Morris.
Yes. Wow.
For Briar.
He's he's a man of many talents. I mean, coming on to Cotter's team last year, new team. Oh, and she will stick for one. Just to interrupt my train of thought there. For a good reason.
How dare she?
I think she's allowed to. So Swiss will take one, bringing it a 2-1 lead for Canada after 6 ends.
Yeah, so Canada very much in control now, though. The 1-point lead and hammer. Might be looking to even blank the 7th end here, try and score in the 8th.
Yep.
So if you're the Swiss team,
really want to try and force.
Yeah.
Or steal. But can't go too hard.
Only 4 ends to go. You're going to have to try and force the issue a little bit, try and put a few stones in play, take a little bit of risk. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I guess you've been kind of the big bad wolf in hand competitions, the team to beat.
Sometimes.
And
depends on the competition.
And sometimes you might have teams play a little cautious against you, and you might be left with a lot of simple shots.
Yeah. I think that there's nothing wrong with playing it cautious too, like keeping the first couple ends simple, and you know, as much as people hum and haw about some boring ends, it's all about strategy in curling, and sometimes you have to make those blank ends to, again, it's about scoreboard management. A blank end, not too bad. Retain hammer in 8.
It's all about the W's.
Yes, exactly. You do what you need to do to get the W, whether it's exciting or maybe a little not relaxed. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah,
I guess English isn't exactly your first language.
I'm not going to try and read your mind.
So
A little surprised though by Switzerland drawing to the house in the sand.
I agree.
This would be a no-brainer for me to put a center guard up and try and force the single, or as you said, try and steal.
yeah,
You're really playing into Canada's hands here.
absolutely. Your objective here is to get Canada to force. And playing it in the rings, Canada is more than happy to blank this end and have the hammer in the 8th end. That's a huge opportunity for them. And maybe they had a little bit of a brain fart. Late in the week, could happen.
Seeing some discussion on the Swiss bench. You might not have liked the tactics the Swiss has employed for the end. Seeing how you make that call and you see Canada play the hit, and then you look at the scoreboard and think, oh, whoops, maybe that wasn't the greatest idea. So just pop this one apparently. Jessica Isles from The Pass, Manitoba. Rahel Toma, the Mason, looking to put a brick in front of the house here.
Changing direction.
Yeah, maybe just realizing that coming into the house was sort of a mistake.
A little bit late here since it is at seconds rocks now, so they are able to peel this rock out. And assuming all the peels go according to plan, we will be looking at a blank end here.
Yeah, it's been a good game for Holly Jamieson at 85% so far. And with that peel taking into consideration, maybe even more. Rahel Toma having a bit of a tougher day at the office at 65%. Holly Jamieson's from Red Deer, Alberta. Sounds very familiar. Ever been?
No, but that was the host of the 2012 Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
There you have it.
We just missed it, losing out to Tracy Horgan, who was at the Scotties this year representing Northern Ontario. So Tracy Horgan's team having the privilege to visit Red Deer.
Perhaps you've been to play the Red Deer Classic?
I don't believe so.
I'm not sure if I'll trust your memory, though. We're going to have to call Emma Miskew.
I think so. Can we get, can I call a lifeline?
Yeah, we need a hotline to Emma. If I'm going to continue asking you questions about your curling past.
I know. I need Allison's biography.
Maybe we should start asking you questions about your curling future.
Yeah, we can do that.
You're playing next week.
I am. Yes.
In Sweden.
In Sweden.
Where
yes.
Where you live now, Karlstad?
Yes.
Where will you be playing?
Just outside of Stockholm, in a competition with a few ladies. It's Division 1, I believe.
Playing with Johannes Patz's mother?
Yes.
Suzanne Patz?
Suzanne, yep. Ditte and Emma. So really looking forward to it, getting back on the ice and getting some games in. It's been a little while, a little rusty, but I guess not as rusty as I thought since I just picked up a win against you on the other sheet. So feeling good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's telling you much.
I don't know. You did just win a gold medal at the World Universiade Games.
Just lucky.
Don't give yourself enough credit.
And Allison will also play the Players' Championship for Margareta Sigfridsson, with Maria Wennerström being expecting a baby.
Yeah. So
that'll be fun. See you back in action.
Absolutely. I was absolutely thrilled to have the opportunity to play with these girls. I played against them for years, and it'll be a lot of fun joining forces and getting to know them a lot better.
Well, I don't know, Allison. 2011 Red Deer Curling Classic.
Am I there?
Your name is popping up here.
Ah, okay. How about that? Like I said, my team says, Allison, you need to show up at the airport at this time. I say, okay.
Maybe
I will be there.
Only remember the ones you win.
Clearly we didn't do very well, right?
Lost a quarterfinal to Desiree Owen.
No, we won that game.
Oh, sorry.
Semi-final.
Lost a semi to Kelly Law.
Kelly Law.
Selective memory.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I remember the good ones. No, that's not true. I just don't remember.
Kelly Law, of course, a gold medalist at the World Women's in year 2000. Also picking up a bronze at the O2 Salt Lake Olympics.
Yeah. So I guess losing out to a fantastic team, not so shabby.
Good judge, guys. Got 14-6.
So still just running these stones down, just trading places, playing the hits, waiting for the blank to happen. Briar Hurleman wanting to stick around with this one, at least force Kelsey Rock to play for the blank. She did blank 3 times in a row. Those first 3 ends we had were all blanks. Kelsey saying that's a record for me, being able to blank 3 times in a row. We'll see if she can make it 4. I believe she threw a blank down this very line earlier in the game, so thinking she should be close.
Yeah, they know it well, or at least they should by now. Throwing it, 2 other ends. And there you have it. Another blank. Have a missed opportunity for Switzerland to really try and get a force there.
Yeah, we're still mine.
Canada being up 1 with hammer and 8. It's a pretty big advantage.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think if for Canada, you're just looking to score.
Yep. 1 point here, and you're looking pretty darn good.
Let them make first move, yeah. Aber kannst gleich noch 14 spielen.
Kelsey Rock's sporting idol is Brad Gushu.
That's a good one. He's doing quite well this week.
Yeah, he's second ranked at the Briar, just behind undefeated Brad Jacobs. But seven wins, 2 losses at the Briar. Pretty good start for the Newfoundland team.
I'd say so.
Brad Gushu, of course, winning the gold medal back in 2006 into Torino, beating Markus Pavoniemi. Scored a 6 to kill the game.
That's pretty cool.
Had a draw for 7, but pumped it through the hack. Never seen Brad Gushu that happy to play to withdraw through the house.
So I'll do a quick in between the sheets here. Sweden and the US are all locked up at 5 and 5, with Sweden with hammer in the 7th. We have Scotland and Korea. Korea 5 to 4 in the 7th. Estonia down 3 to 4 to England, and it's a 5-5 tie between Russia and the Czech Republic. We haven't had the opportunity to see the Czech Republic play so far in the competition, but there's actually one girl who's 14 years old on the team.
Wow.
That's really, really cool. Really incredible to have this kind of opportunity at such a young age.
It'll be Andrea Krupanska, born in the year 2000, Millennium Child.
Wow.
She's listed at the alternate as an alternate. Not sure if she's been able to come on and play a few games. Struggled this week, the Czech Republic at 0-7. Well, looks like she's been playing all week. Andrea,
Ladder, this is in.
the 14-year-old.
I think I see her on the ice, sweeping furthest away from us right now. Really, really cool.
Do you like that or do you like that?
Doesn't matter. If we draw, do you like this way?
This way?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
I'm not quite sure who the youngest competitor at the World Juniors is. I know
No
Thomas
idea.
Ilsrud
Hmm?
played World Juniors when he was 13.
Wow,
We don't got much rings to work with out here.
that's incredible.
Yep, yes!
1985.
Go!
And he's come a very long way.
Yeah.
He's done former world champion. So
13-year-old, and he played Hammy Macmillan and Bob Ursel in the 85 World Juniors in Perth.
oh,
You know, a lot of the superstars start out young and at the
Absolutely.
World Juniors, so
Yep.
that's what makes this such a cool event. These names, you might just see them pop up at the Olympics and the Worlds in a few years,
yep,
and then you can say, well, I was there.
yep,
To see them grow.
yep.
Fish! Go!
Switzerland having some work to do to turn this game around. Rahel Toma coming up short on the straw, at least leaving a bit of junk up front for Canada to deal with.
We actually saw this in, I think it was yesterday, where in the 8th end, everyone just seemed to come up a bit short. And we didn't get any confirmation whether or not the ice indeed had been fudging or not, but it is a strong possibility.
Kelsey Rock calling a timeout here, thinking
Let Amanda make her big TV debut.
So nice of the girls.
yeah, I don't think they called a timeout in the last game we saw them on our live coverage. So Amanda Donko there will be able to come out.
The one that's in front of our yellow. I like the middle one.
Yeah.
One literally in the middle of both reds. Oh, okay.
This way.
Like nose it or just peel it? I like peeling it, like hitting it thicker.
Yeah.
And like half a rock. Yeah. Okay. I like it.
And then just keep it.
Yeah, keep it.
Keep it open, yeah. Make sure Kels
Just
has
give
something.
Kels the draw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Okay, cool.
Cool. Let's go, kids.
Let's go, kids.
Love it.
88% for Holly Jameson after 7 ends. Just so solid.
No, right off.
Just firm.
No wonder these Canadian girls are undefeated.
When you've got a good front end backing you up.
So kind of jams on one yellow, but at least open things up a little bit here.
Yep.
All right.
As we said, Team Canada.
Opens up the middle a little bit.
Yeah.
Just
Exactly.
like Schmeeman said.
Yeah.
Opens it up a little bit. It's not bad.
They just need a 1
I was
here.
gonna say it's not very deep, like it's top 12.
Wise words.
Canada playing a total of 87% as a team now. That's
Pretty strong.
yeah. course, we had a few simple blank ends to start off with, but they'll be making pretty much everything in these last 4 ends too.
This looks quite short. Don't think it's going to make it over.
And Rachel Thoma just having a bit of a nightmare out there today. It's going to drop her under the 60% mark.
Wow.
This is when your teammates need to step in and
help you out.
Yeah, do something.
As I've said before, it's so important to have these conversations with your teammates prior to the season starting of what do you need to hear when you're having a hard game. Do you like to be left alone? Do you like to hear certain things? What can we do to make it easier for you to get back?
Yeah.
And try to play as best as you can the rest of the way.
Also a bit of responsibility placed with Rachel herself, though. You just can't be angry and, you know, kind of have that influence the other players. You just kind of have to let the anger go and focus on the next shot.
Yep.
And
of course, there is a bit of a grace period. Of course, everyone's got to be a little bit upset right after the shot, but finding a way to bounce back quickly is the key.
You got to be able to reset for the next rock.
Yeah. Which, as you and I both know, is quite difficult to do. So it takes a lot of practice, and I don't think I've perfected it. How about you?
A little bit up and down. some
Depends
days
on
are
the
tougher
game.
than others. So here's Adolf Hösli, coach of the Swiss. Try and listen in a little bit.
Jetzt in dem Fall für mich wäre er all hinter Gott, dass man schaut und hängt Gordon einer dahinter, oder? Das wird schon anders. Jetzt volle offensiv macht nichts. Einer ist schon okay, 2. Da müssen wir halt aber
dann kann man auch machen, eine Stelle.
Vorige Variante gesehen nur einfach Force, oder? Aber es ist schon okay, schon
Ja, mehr
ja. Jetzt mit dem kannst du das Ziel noch probieren, oder? Und dann ist es auch noch eine Risikominimierung für beide Seiten. Aber es geht darum, wieder ein bisschen mehr Energie, ein bisschen Kopf, ein bisschen Action, ein bisschen, Image. Hang noch einmal, hey? Komm on.
Let's go.
I can understand a little bit of German, but
Can you? Enlighten me.
I couldn't.
No? Oh, okay.
Couldn't make out too much of that conversation, I'm afraid.
Well, you and I both know I got nothing out of it. But by the looks of the ice, it looks like they're throwing the hit and roll.
Kiesler having a decent game at 71%, but still getting outplayed by Daniel Schmiemann, but by a good 17%. So, you know, it's tough when your opponent is playing so well. Makes it hard to follow.
Top 8, top 4.
Rolls out here. Canada still left with a chance to draw to the house, and pretty risk-free to come around the guard here. Even if you come deep and Switzerland comes after it, the forfeit will be pretty much open for a draw to score their one. So definitely worth the go. Score 2 here and you're looking super solid for a win.
Absolutely.
This one is looking a bit hot though.
Yeah.
Way hot actually. This might go all the way through.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
13-6.
even monkeys falls from the trees now and again, Alison. Even the best can make mistakes. Having a great game so far. We're gonna have to let her have that one mistake. Do you appreciate my Chinese proverb?
I did. It was beautiful. Great shot.
Yeah.
Okay, medium. Sorry, var det mer? Det breaks det.
Whoa!
So thinking that the Swiss are
No, right off, guys.
sort of just giving up here in this end, thinking
Yeah, Jess, yeah,
we're
Jess.
just going to keep it tight, not take that risk, come around the guard and maybe concede a 2 and maybe go harder for the steal in the next end. But if Canada blanks here, then the Swiss might have to steal
Sorry,
twice.
I totally forgot
Yep.
how it was.
That's okay. And I was like, that was not close. Danielle definitely had
Ideally, they would like to steal in this end, tie it up, maybe force Canada to 1 in the 9th, be 1 down with the hammer.
Mhm. Would you take your 1 here?
If I was Canada, yeah, it's tempting, but this 1 up with hammer is pretty good too in the 9th, but I don't know.
I think I'd want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember I think in the semi-final of the Olympics you saw David Murdoch at a tied score actually take his 1 in the 8th.
Yep.
Just following the scoreboards.
Yep.
Let's see what Kelsey Rock thinks.
Pretty straight here, you guys can hold it.
She's probably faced this situation a few times before.
Mhm.
So I guess they have an opinion.
Yep.
What they like best.
Whoa, whoa. Queen.
Yep. Yep. Queen. Queen. Whoa.
Queen. Nice throw.
So we're calling the nose hit here, but if I was Switzerland, I wouldn't mind having a go at the roll. It's pretty high in the house.
Mhm. Are they just looking for the nose?
It seemed like that was the call, but
Okay.
seems kind of risk-free to
Yeah.
Play the roll.
Absolutely.
might get a good one in there. Pretty tough shot, but then again, nothing to lose.
Whoa. Go.
And guess we'll find out what the call is here. It kind of looks like she wants to roll out based on
Firm, guys.
firm. Now firm can mean
Tight.
different things for
So
many
it's high
teams.
side.
Oh, high side.
Yeah.
So she is looking for the rollout. So I guess we're going for the blank here in 9 or in 8. Sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's a.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say either call is wrong, taking 1 or blanking. I think it's a little bit up to the team where you feel most comfortable with, and I
Yep.
think Kelsey Rock's just feeling comfortable having the last stone, but
That's fine.
overcurling, and they're gonna take 1.
Okay.
One yellow.
All right.
Well, if this was the time to miss the hit and roll out, she
Yeah.
picked a good time.
That is true.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that's fine. Mine is still. So I like both in.
Yeah.
Yeah, floating's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
So
good.
the record being 4 blanks in a row now for Kelsey Rock. Couldn't make the 5th one.
She had good timing though.
Very good timing. So Canada will lead the game 3 shots to 1. Switzerland
Yeah.
really needs to score a
Probably
deuce
the
here.
intern.
And if they can, they'll tie it up and try and steal in the 10th end.
Canada's gonna look for top 4 here.
Sweden scored 2 on USA in the 7th end. So Sweden is leading the game 7 shots to 5. USA having hammer in the 8th end.
Line's good.
Korea steals 1 on Scotland in the 7th. So Korea leading 6 shots to 4. Scotland with hammer in the 8th end. Pretty tight game between Estonia and England. Right now England trailing by 1 with last stone in the 8th end. Scoreline there is 5-4.
Good judge, Holly.
And just next to our sheet, we have Russia playing the Czech Republic, and Russia just scored a 3 in the 7th end, so 8 shots to 5 lead for them, as the Czechs have the hammer. In the 8th end, Switzerland looking for the corner guard here.
Now, I just did a hog to hog on the yellow rock on our sheet, and I got a 14-2. Of course, I'm using my cell phone to do a hog to hog time, so it might not be as accurate as if I was on the ice able to use my stopwatch over top of the rock, but if that's the case, then it does look like perhaps it is slowing down a hair. We were looking at around 15s at the beginning of the game, hog to hog.
Did you check hog to hog early in the game?
I did.
Ah.
I'm on top of things.
Of course, the pebble tends to wear off a little bit. It might get a little flatter, especially along the center line, the slide path, especially from the hog line in. So sweepers having to be a little on top of that. Seeing when the stone gets closer to the center line, but might just fudge a little bit, which makes sense. They've been on the ice for a long time. With the teams out in the ice half hour before the game even starts, and then you play 10 ends, might even have an extra.
Yep. It is a long time.
Yeah, it's just impressive work the ice makers are doing to keep the ice so consistent and so good.
Yep.
Players seems like they love it.
I haven't heard any complaints whatsoever about the ice, and from what we've been watching, it looks absolutely fantastic.
I think consistency is the key.
Yep.
If you come in the arena, you get 3 feet of curl, and it's
Changing
super
every
quick,
game.
and then the next day it's curling 6 feet and slow. It's that's gonna be really tough to
yeah.
having to adjust for every single game, but
Absolutely.
keep the ice consistent. You'll see the teams just pull out their best, and we get some really good shot making, some really good games. And the hope for the teams and the ice makers alike is that just keep the conditions the same throughout the week and for the playoffs. Of course, the weather might play a certain role. If it heats up outside, might heat up inside, all depending on how much the ice makers can control the air in the building. We've had a bit of rain in the last couple of days, but not seeing a lot of frost. Seems like the humidification system in this newly built arena is working pretty well. Nice peel. by Holly Jameson. Only played one draw so far, Holly Jameson.
Wow.
But she made it. So she's at 100% on draws.
Why her numbers are so high.
15 takeouts at 85%, just really solid.
So just rubbing off there. Opportunity for Canada to just off nose hit here to sit 2 in front.
Good, Holly.
That's a great shot. Bumping that other one to the side too so that the top 2 rucks aren't staggered. Really nice shot.
Ik wil toch weer iets verdelen.
So she was looking at just tapping the yellow, which I like. Keep the weight down. Make sure you're leaving red stones behind, and as well as the yellow. Kind of use them to your own benefit.
I like that too. If you can punch that yellow and split the 2 yellows to have them be back button, it'll leave you a bit of a pocket for later on to freeze on. I like this call, if that's what they're saying.
Yeah, no need to play the up weight here. If you ever roll out, kind of just ripping the corner, and then you're left with nothing.
Yeah.
So she's called the backline weight. Guessing she's playing a tap on the top yellow here. A few options, I think.
Yep.
I think either you tap it, you might slide underneath your corner, or just tap it straight back and play that little split you were talking about. Get 2 yellows behind the T line. But again, playing the down weight at least leaves you those options. Not too bad. A bit unlucky, to kind of stuff it on the nose, though. We're looking to kind of split those yellows.
So now Canada's just going to pick this out. Not needing to stay in the rings here. Don't need any more rocks in play.
Well, with Canada appealing here, at least looking slightly better for the Swiss. They can maybe freeze the shot stone here. Freeze the shot stone. Might see Canada blast it. Really opens up the 8 foot. You can maybe come around your corner for shot.
That was not a pretty slide, but it worked.
Yep.
Not taking too much ice here. Maybe a bit of the straighter side.
She just inched it out a little bit more.
She can hear me.
Maybe we should keep our voices down then. Giving away too many secrets to both teams.
Wow. Nyt.
Kind of hanging at the moment.
Kär nyt.
Gotta make sure to sit on top of the yellow. I don't think line was the biggest problem. It's just a bit heavy and it's gonna slide off.
Skip thinking that maybe we can get a wick off and try and get underneath that corner guard, but the weight just wasn't enough to get that big of a roll. It was up, but not that much. So she tried for plan B, but just didn't make it as far as she thought.
Kelsey considering the nose hit, but I think she's made the right call and just calling the peel and roll out.
Absolutely.
You don't want to leave.
You do not need another rock behind the tee line.
Yup. Yup. Clean.
That's good. Good shot, and I think the Swiss will just try and make the same shot once more. Only 3 stones to go for the Swiss team. We're gonna have to make two of them count.
Nyt.
That's a lot better from Lisa Gisler.
Yeah, could do that. Yeah, that's true. I think so. Pretty straight, hey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, since they kept it a little bit on the high side, so picking it from the center line side, it looks a little risky, especially from the hack. I mean, you can clip your own out in the process. There's no downside with that, but maybe a little bit scary
Really tough
coming
to
that
do
way.
that
So
the other way.
slash looking a bit easier for Kelsey.
Firm.
Yeah, ever catch the red one a bit too thick, you might just jam it. It might slide underneath the top yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
Allow Switzerland to split the rings. Feels like a comfy shot. It's gonna kind of have to catch us about thick half.
No. Clean. Whoa. Clean.
So we're running her own yellow into the red.
Hard.
That's good.
Great shot.
And she's been playing well.
However, we do have a biter at the top of the house still. So perhaps a double here, and they could be still lying two.
I didn't even know that was in.
Come on, Xander.
Good thing you're sitting here. After all, you're on top of things.
Yeah. Just keeping you focused.
Yeah, no, Switzerland looking to play a double on the yellows. Try and score with that nibbler in the top of the house. Big shot coming down here. And it's just not going to be enough. Jams the yellow. Kelsey with a chance to sit in the lie two. And she'll try not to leave a double for Switzerland.
Yeah, nose is good here. Obviously, can't be wide, so you run the risk of jamming on your own in the back, but that is if she was quite wide. And a little bit of the roll in, she's giving her the double. So a nose hit here is what they're looking for.
a nose. Might still leave a double. If she can, if they have the line, she might want to just roll out a few inches.
Whoa. Queen. Yep.
That's
Yep. Hard. 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 Okay, that's good.
Yep, double is still there.
That's good. That's good.
Giving her a second shot at the double attempt.
It's a toughie.
I tried to get her to roll it, but
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Gonna have to play a control weight.
Dem jetzt gar nicht schneller. Und schon ist gerade nach.
Try and catch the back one fairly thin.
Den Doppel probieren mit dem 10.
Stick the shooter for 2, tie up the game. She played some huge shots against Scotland yesterday.
Und dann etwa 3-4 so nach.
Was talking to the Scottish fans and coach after the game.
Ich komme so.
Apparently a very tense one.
Ja.
Yeah.
A game coach David Aiken said he'd remember for a long time.
Ga je nog met de Elfie?
Gina Aiken playing a superb angled run for the win,
Wow.
which I was able to see on someone's camera phone.
Okay.
So hoping to pull off a couple of great shots in this game here, Brian, starting with this one.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
Last stone of the 9th end,
Whoa.
slash
Whoa,
double,
Whoa. Whoa.
and then stick around for 2.
Two.
Are we close? There we go.
Great
Sticks
shot.
around. Wow.
Great shot.
That is an impeccable shot. No sweeping needed.
Perfect
I
shot.
was there all the way.
Big high fives.
Throw the correct weight. Hit the broom. There you go.
It's not that simple.
Well, certainly good for our neutral fans and our Swiss fans to see them pick up 2. Tied ball game, as Alison might say.
Yep.
3 each, and we'll have a pretty interesting 10th end. You see that green clock is just that 1 minute running between ends. And whenever that green clock hits around 10 seconds, players can just kick out the hack. And with the new thinking time system, they'll actually spend 0 seconds throwing the first stone. So always important to sit and be ready in the hack when that clock before that clock runs out. And we also saw that Canada has a good 9 minutes left to play. Switzerland about 8 minutes. That's plenty of time to finish this 10th end. Both teams having used their timeouts. Nice center guard by Elena Stern. Jessica Isles looking for the tick shot, the soft peel. Of course, you're not allowed to remove a stone from play at this stage of the game, but you can certainly neutralize them by pushing them away from the center line. That's a pretty good result for Jessica. Rolls the shooter off the center line, opens things up, and has put that redstone behind the tee line. If the redstone would have touched the foam barrier, he would have replaced the rock. And it's still a free guard zone here, 4 rock rule. So Stern looking to put up another guard and utilize the rule. And we'll probably see Jessica Isles play another tick. the lead's time to shine in the 10th end.
And the seconds, and the vice, and the skip. It's an important end. You're looking for 8 solid shots here.
And just a little bit more pressure on the lead, though. If you put the guard in the house, you know you're pretty much lost the game.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I guess you're right.
Kind of goes for the rest of the girls, but
starting it off, it's a lot of pressure.
And for Jessica Isles, this is a huge chance to move the guards off the center line, make things very easy for her girls. And that's just an amazing shot once again.
Great throws.
A little bit unlucky to jam on the yellow, so that one yellow will be kind of close to the center line, but helps a lot.
Yeah, you've opened up the full right side of the sheet there.
Of course, the aftermath with the tick shot as you leave all these stones around, a bit of junk, so Switzerland's gonna try and throw the long guard here.
Yep.
Maybe hope for a jam. Sometimes you see a team play hit on the center guard, and it might come off a winger straight back onto the center line.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But we do have Holly at 88%.
Yep.
So I'm sure her confidence will definitely be there for making these sorts of shots.
Yeah, that guard from Rahel Toma just coming a bit too deep, so there's nothing to really jam to here for Holly. It's just a straight peel. A little bonus could be to come off the corner guard, make the double, might even slide the shooter in to sit for shot. Ooh. Not quite sliding through. So this time, again, just pointing to the top of the guard zone.
Yeah,
So
as great as it was to get both reds out, it does sit further on the inside for where that red guard was before. So it's slowly but surely inching down that that draw path though. So they have to be careful here.
yeah, and of course the end turn really choked off with the 2 yellows. That's the game plan for Canada though. Just open things up, leave the forfeit draw for Kelsey Rock, trusting their skip to make that shot. This one slipping again, just a little bit too far. Kelsey, of course, calling the outturn hit.
Straight peel.
Looking elsewhere, Russia taking control over the Czech Republic. 10 shots to 6 lead before the 10th end for them. We see Estonia stealing one on England, so 6 shots to 4 lead for them. England having hammer in the 9th end. Also, a couple of steals for Korea. Stole in the 7th, as mentioned, but also now in the 8th end, so 7 shots to 4 lead over Scotland. That's going to make things really interesting on the standings. Of course, having Scotland at 5 wins along with Switzerland. Switzerland was probably hoping for Scotland to drop a game to Korea, but that will also bring Korea into 5 wins, so making it really tight.
Yeah.
You might just see some tiebreakers this week for the women's competition. Last game to be mentioned, Sweden against USA. Sweden picking up 2 in the 9th end, so they lead the game 9 shots to 6. USA having to score 3 in the 10th end for the extra. Really struggling to keep these guards high. Just to making life a little bit too easy for Canada. You won't see them miss these simple peels. If you can catch this one all thin, you might even spell the corner as well here.
Really hard, guys, hard!
But seems like we're a little tight, perhaps. Just going to roll over the top of the yellow.
Try and drag it as far out as possible.
Nice to have a wild one off the winger, just in case you don't have anything else.
That's a pretty wild one, though. I don't know what you're gonna make off of that, but maybe something you would throw.
Yeah, and that's saying something. Looking a little better this time from Giesler. But, well, that's very good actually. You know, if you play the peel on the left-hand side now, it might jam on the yellows on the right. Play the peel on the right-hand side, might jam on the left. So,
yeah, they've got to be careful here, but hopefully the skipper has communicated that with the thrower to tell her how much she has to hit of this rock in order to not have those jam possibilities.
Really hard.
at least this time forcing Canada to be a bit more accurate with the peel.
Hard, Holly.
And now overthinking it a little bit, maybe, Schmeeman. And she's going to sit right there.
Sorry, guys.
That's a lot of yellow rocks.
Yes. And for Briar Hurleyman, she'll be very happy to have seen them leave that yellow guard.
Yeah, it looks like Danielle just kind of over-rotated her wrist there. Got it started on the center line, and it's a little unforgiving there.
Like, I don't even know where he is. Oh, there he is.
In-turn draw for Briar. Wants to put this in the forefoot and behind cover. Remember, it's a tied game at 3 each. Whoever scores the point here wins the game. Canada already qualified for the playoffs with 7 wins.
But an important win for Switzerland.
Lions looking pretty good, but do they have enough weight here? Just coming into the top of the 8.
No.
Might be showing.
Yeah, maybe a third? What do you think?
Guard's fine.
Kelsey saying, let's come after this red, but if we clip the guard, that's a good option.
Yeah, but maybe a quarter. A third. Try and get a hit and roll onto this and roll it as far over as you can.
I think I like easy. If we take the guard, that's
Again,
fine too.
trying to open it up because right now it doesn't
In the rings.
doesn't look too
like
pretty for
catcher.
Kelsey and her team.
It doesn't really matter. I think we're rolling far no matter what.
Whoa.
Well, no. No,
Whoa.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well, at least moves it to the wing, so kind of open up the draw path. Not terrible.
No.
Leave the same draw for Briar. But I'm pretty sure Kelsey's going to have a shot for the win. Either way.
Yeah. Maybe your crazy winger won.
Probably not.
No, I think she would look at something a little bit easier than that.
88%. Only 2 draws for Briar. Maybe maybe 3 with that first rock in this end. Playing a lot of hits being played though, all the way through the game from both teams. This one hanging a bit higher than the first draw. Are we on the guard perhaps? No, we're past. And now just looking to bury this one. It's going to slip really far, just kind of overcompensate a little bit. But Switzerland at least lying, forcing Kelsey to make a shot for the win.
Wow. That was a great opportunity for the Swiss team to really put the pressure on Team Canada. but she will just have a draw anywhere
Okay, guys.
in the 8
I'll
foot
kiss the 8 foot.
for the win.
Yeah, so you see Kelsey not having thrown too many draws either,
No.
which makes this a little bit more of a guess for her.
But as we were saying, with the ice being so consistent, she can just think back to past games and what she was throwing there. So last draw, or last rock, here in the 10th.
Line's good. T-line. You can go.
Definitely one of the tighter
T-line.
games
Take a look, guys.
Canada's played so
Line's
far.
good, T. Take a look.
I'm not sure if she's
T-line.
played the last
Make
one
sure
in the
you're
10th
T.
end yet this week.
Wow.
T-line.
Well, this one
Clean if you can,
looking
please.
pretty good as well. It's gonna stop right in the forefoot like a skip draws should, right in the button actually. Welcome to Estonia, Kelsey Rock. You're at 8 wins, 0 losses.
Wow.
What a great run. Man, Switzerland, they will drop another game. They'll be at 5 wins, 4 losses, but
Good game, good luck.
perhaps
Thanks.
Korea helping them out. Scotland dropping 1 game, but it's all tightening up. Well, there you have it, the scoreline. 3 blank ends to start it off with, but game sort of opened up after the 4th end when we had the first score. Canada, of course, conceding 2 in the 9th end, having to score in the 10th. Briar not quite able to put the pressure on Kelsey Rock, leaving a 8-foot draw for the win. So I'd say Canada's probably ranked 1 now, for sure. And we'll have Hammer in the 1-2 game. No one's catching up to them. If you stick around, we'll have some highlights from the most interesting ends, and also maybe a few words with Kelsey Rock, Alison Kryazik, our lovely reporter. Just outside the playoff field to get a few words with her. Let's take a look at the highlights. 3 blank ends to start off the game. In the 4th, it was Kelsey Rock having to play a hit and roll to score her single. Makes it look easy, comes off the red one. Finds at the back of the 4, scores a 1.
No, I figured better down.
1-0 after 4.
Okay.
In the 5th end, Canada line 4. Briar Hurleyman looking for the nose hit to score the 1, but staying a bit high on line, just rolling off, leaving Canada scoring 1, a steal, and going into halftime, Canada would have a 2-point lead. Coming back onto the ice in the 6th end, we saw Briar Hurleyman just play a nose hit here for the single, trailing Canada by 1. With the 7th end being blanked, Kelsey Rock was looking to blank again in the 8th, but just came a little tight on the brush, scored a 1, but they were happy enough to be up by 2 coming into the 9th end.
You're gonna stuff one, that's the one to
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
In the 9th, Switzerland facing 2 yellows. Briar Hurleyman having to play a really tough shot to score 2 and keep her hopes alive, but look at this shot. Gets the back one, just a superb curling shot from the Swiss 4th player. Ties it up at 3 each, and he has a chance to steal the game in the 10, but Briar coming all deep with her last draw, leaving the 8-foot for Kelsey Rock. But she, of course, finds the 1-foot like a skip should and wins the game 4 shots to 3. Canada still undefeated. Looking elsewhere at the moment, we have another final on sheet alpha. It's Sweden having beaten USA 9 shots to 6. That will move Sweden into 5 wins along with Switzerland, while Scotland seems to be dropping the game against Korea. The Koreans with last stone advantage and a 2-point lead in the 10th end. So if Korea doesn't drop the ball on that one, we might just see Scotland, Switzerland, Korea, Sweden at 5 wins, making it really interesting before we get to the final draw tomorrow morning. Estonia stealing another point on England in the 9th end, leading the game 7 shots to 4. England's going to have to score 3 to tie it up for the extra. So a bit of a tough job there. And we also saw Russia beating the Czech Republic 10 shots to 6, putting Russia into 4 wins. So Russia may be staying clear of relegation with another win today. But it's Czech Republic at the bottom with no wins so far. Estonia with a single win. England also with a really important game against the Estonians here. Could have been a crucial 3 wins for them, but seems to be dropping that game at 2 wins right now, England. Let's have a few words with Kelsey Rock.
So Kelsey, in the 8th end, you were looking to blank. Did you consider taking one, or are you more comfortable retaining hammer?
We were definitely going for the blank. We considered taking one, but yeah, we got a little fortunate, I guess, by nosing it. We knew our time was coming. We had blanked 4, and I think that's my all-time record, so.
And this being the end of the week, usually it's when the mental and physical fatigue sets in. How are you all feeling, and what do you need to do to best guarantee you feel your best before each game?
We're feeling really good right now. I think we're just getting a good sleep at night, and we're napping a lot. So yeah, we're just making sure we're all fueled up and full of food before the games.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So that was Kelsey Rock, skip of Team Canada, just picking up another win here in Tallin. Later on, we'll have the last draw in the men's competition. We'll have Sweden face off against Switzerland. Of course, Canada, Switzerland, Scotland and Sweden already ready for the playoff stages. Stay tuned, because there's a lot of things happening tonight. We have Italy, Korea, Norway, Russia and United States at 3 wins. It's going to be a big battle to stay clear of relegation tonight. So stay tuned. 7 o'clock local time, Eastern European time that is, here in Tallinn for the Berlin Curling TV. For this afternoon's draw, we're done, but stay tuned for later.